Hi everyone, today is January 5th, 2023, and I'm back with another video. It's been quite a while, so I do apologize. I did try to record a video back early December actually, and the video didn't work out as planned, unfortunately. But here I am, I'm back, and I hope you guys had a Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, that you enjoyed your holiday, and I know I did. I had a really good low-key holiday for sure. But just wanted to come back and document some more of my pregnancy. So I am officially 20 weeks and 4 days. We are halfway there. I am so excited. Time is starting to fly. It's starting to feel like it's moving quicker. Every time I think about everything that's coming up, it's like the time that I have, especially for like our baby shower that we're planning in just a few months. It's coming up quick. It's coming up quick. And then once the baby shower's here, I think I'm gonna feel like not overwhelmed, but just that sense of we're closing in. Like we're almost done. I will be having this baby and I just cannot wait to hold my little one in my arms. So I just wanted to do this video and just kind of do a little quick recap, discuss my first trimester, and then what's been going on in my second trimester, and kind of talk about what I've been doing health-wise, you know, taking supplements, fitness, all those good things, my first experience with my midwives. So a lot of things to talk about since it's been so long, but let's just talk about the first trimester. Of course, I have done videos and I had a couple of scares in my first trimester. No scares since then, praise God. Everything's been pretty smooth. I have experienced maybe like some new symptoms from pregnancy, and every time I experience something different, usually it's not comfortable, but I always wonder like what's going on with my body. Is this normal? I try to stay away from Google, and luckily the birthing center that I'm going through, I can message the midwives and ask questions and find out, you know, is this normal? Is this okay? But nothing crazy. Everything's been pretty good. You know, doing weeks 12 through 13, I did experience some lower back pain. So I know that's pretty common during pregnancy. I did start to wonder if it had anything to do with my arch, which was something I had wanted to work on prior to pregnancy, is having a better arch support. So I kind of wondered if it was that, because I really wasn't showing yet. I didn't really have much of a belly. So I always thought that if there was going to be any back pain, it would come when my belly was bigger. But I started to experience it around weeks 12 and 13. And my husband and I, we did end up going to a foot specialist. There's a place in our area that, you know, specializes in helping to improve people's arch support. So we went there. They have a system that's quite expensive. We didn't really go with their system, but I did get some inserts for my shoes, and I did notice that they were helping me a lot. So I recommend that personally. For me, it's helping me a lot with the lower back pain. I actually, now that I'm in my 20th week, I don't really have any since then. I think it lasted during the 12, 13, and probably like the 14th week, but I still do wear the arch support inserts. They are excellent, and they're not the ones that you buy at Walmart or Target. If you get them, I recommend spending the extra money and going with a specialist, having them look at your foot and determine what you need. So that's what we did. So let's talk about, I'm trying to think if there's any other, I don't think there's any other symptoms that I experienced during the first trimester, but I will talk about the body changes. So I wasn't really sure when my body was going to start fully changing for the pregnancy, and it actually felt like it happened overnight. So of course, you know, waistline expands, hips get bigger. I felt like my butt increased like 3 times in size. I feel like that's probably the biggest part of my body is my butt, which I understand that's where the milk stores the fat, you know, you get more fat there, which helps with the milk production. So That's fine with me. My husband loves it. All the physical changes I've been going through, he gets super excited. Of course, you know, breast changes. Everything for me is just expanding and has gotten bigger. And I will say it's something that I'm not used to because I've always been a pretty slim woman. Itty bitty titty committee all the way. So it's different. It's like having a completely new body that's not mine and having to get used to that because during the first trimester, most of the first trimester, I could fit into my jeans. They started to get a little snug towards the end, but now 20 weeks, I cannot fit any of my jeans. I am wearing leggings. Maxi dresses are my go-to, even though it's still winter. We've had pretty decent weather recently, so I've been getting away with maxi dresses with a huge chunky sweater over them. I'm done with like jeans. I can't fit them. So definitely have experienced those changes physically, and I'm not complaining. It's different. It's definitely something to adjust to, and for me it is a huge change physically. But hey, that's a part of pregnancy, and I'm more than welcoming those changes, especially since my husband, he really loves it. He's so sweet. He compliments me all the time. He's just like, oh, you know, your belly's growing even more. You look great. You're beautiful. So it's great to have someone who's supportive because I know a lot of women struggle with insecurities when it comes to the changes that their bodies go through during pregnancy. But my husband has been extremely supportive, and just having someone that's constantly giving me compliments has made me feel just beautiful throughout this pregnancy. So thank you to my husband. Let's see. There were some pains that I was feeling during my 19th week. So we're kind of moving on. First trimester was not anything to get too much more into. You know, the body changes happened, but during my 19th week, I did experience some pain above it's like a fingertip above my belly button to the right, and I wasn't really sure what was happening. So after dinner, I was going to go into the living room and lie down on the couch. And as soon as I got up from the table and started to walk to the living room, it was this sharp pain. And I mean, it was horrible. Like, I've never felt pain like that during pregnancy. So it kind of alarmed me a little bit, but I thought, well, maybe it's just, I don't know, like maybe it has something to do with the pregnancy. However, I knew it couldn't be round ligament pain. I wasn't really sure if it was that. And then it wasn't in my pelvic area, so why would I be having this pain so high up? So I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna lie on the couch, see what happens. I went to lie down, and it was only on my right side that I could feel this pain, and it hurt even more when I was lying down. So I got up, sat up, and like just gonna try to see like what happens. And eventually I went to bed. The pain did subside a little bit, but as soon as I went to lie down and I was lying on my right side again, the pain came back, and it was just as painful. But whenever I would lie on my back or switch to my left side, the pain would subside. So I wasn't really sure what was going on. Woke up the next morning, had absolutely no pain, was fine. Was going to reach out to the midwives, but I figured, well, you know, the pain's gone. I guess maybe there's nothing to worry about. So then I went to bed that night and it returned. So it was only when I was lying down on my right side that I could feel this pain. And I'm like, okay, I don't understand what's going on. I can lie on my back, I can lie on my left side and feel completely fine. However, I did notice I could press on that area and I could feel the pain. So I sent a message to the midwives, just like explaining my situation. And this was probably right after Christmas. So it was the day after Christmas that this happened. And then I sent the midwives a message like a couple days later, heard back from them the next day. There was no pain actually. So that whole day I went without any pain. I could press and feel nothing. Really don't know what was going on. It lasted for maybe like 3 days. I think it came back the following day after that, intermittently, and then I haven't felt that pain since. The midwife said it probably wasn't anything to be too concerned about. If it was something that was persistent and didn't stop, then they would be more concerned. So that was it. Don't know if anybody's experienced that during pregnancy. So I did experience less bloating starting around like the 18th and 19th week. And I've just been feeling, some days I feel better than other days. I did have some headaches for a little bit off and on, and it's not like consistent or persistent. So I would say maybe like once a week I might get a headache. And my midwife recommended that because she's not really 100% for like drinking coffee during pregnancy, but she said just a little bit of coffee if the headaches were so excruciating that I couldn't stand them. And I was like, oh, I never knew that. So I took a couple sips of coffee one day when I really had a bad headache, and like that, it was gone. So drinking like a couple sips of coffee have actually helped with the headaches that I've experienced. And I honestly think that they have to do with eye strain. I am on my cell phone a lot. I do work in front of a computer 8 hours a day, every day for 5 days a week. So I really do think it has to do with eye strain, because I generally feel the headache pressure behind my eyes and it kind of goes up to my head, but it's mainly like a headache and pressure behind my eyes is where I feel it. So the coffee has definitely helped. Other than that, this early second trimester has been pretty fine. I can't think of any other things that I've been experiencing. I still get a little bit of round ligament pain occasionally, some pelvic cramps here and there. It's not like the first trimester though. If I experience any like pain from my pelvic stretching, it's not as much as the first trimester. I don't know if that's going to change as I get later on in the second trimester, because my stomach is still definitely growing. I'm pretty much showing now, like there's no sucking it in. I actually used to be able to really like suck my belly in, or I used to wake up with a flat stomach, and then I knew that once I woke up and my stomach wasn't flat anymore, I was starting to show. So my stomach has really popped. I'll do a little video after showing my belly now at 20 weeks. And then I did originally, I think I recorded my video that I didn't share because there were some issues with that video around 16 weeks, but I do have a clip of me sharing my belly, so I'll probably do like a comparison. And then I do have some pictures. I started documenting my belly at 15 weeks and 20 weeks. So I didn't do any earlier than that because I really wasn't showing that much. So I will put that in as well at the end of the video so you guys can see where I'm at. So I want to talk about fitness. Fitness has been very important to me during pregnancy. Prior to getting pregnant, I was an amateur aerialist and pole dancer. Not a stripper, just pole fitness. And I stopped shortly after finding out I was pregnant because I was too exhausted. And by the time I regained my energy, I was already in the second trimester. So instead of doing those activities, which I absolutely love and are so much fun and I cannot wait to go back, I picked up weightlifting again. Well, I shouldn't say again. I've always been weightlifting prior to being pregnant. So I continued weightlifting throughout the first trimester. Deadlifting, doing all of the normal things that I would usually do, which I could still do even in the second trimester, but I kind of decided to adjust my weightlifting program and focus on more things that will help benefit me during birth. So just working on strengthening my lower body, strengthening my pelvic floor, doing those type of exercises, and just making sure that I have a strong core, strong abs, and that I'm avoiding things like diastasis recti. I don't know if anyone's familiar with that, but a lot of women don't breathe properly while they're doing certain exercises. So when they should be contracting their abs, they're like pushing out. And with the breathing and the contraction of your abs, you should, if you're breathing properly, you won't have this issue. And so I went to a physical therapist, and she was so helpful. She gave me so much information. I went to visit her twice. So the first time she gave me a lot of pelvic floor exercises to do. She explained to me proper breathing for my workouts, and then she reviewed all the workouts that I had, like my plan that I usually do each week, and she was like, everything that you're doing is fine, you can continue doing those things. Even with the deadlifting, she encouraged me to continue doing that throughout my pregnancy because that is actually really good, as long as I'm doing it safely and I'm not lifting too heavy. So of course, as I've gone through, and now I'm in the second trimester, my stomach's gotten a little bigger. I do a little deadlifting, but I've lowered how much I'm lifting and just making sure I'm focusing on proper technique and doing things safely. So I recommend that if you are looking to strengthen your pelvic floor, definitely check out visiting the physical therapist. You can go online and research, but seeing a physical therapist, I preferred that, getting my knowledge from someone who was not just the internet, you know, and making sure everything was good and safe. She also let me try these belly bands that she had and gave me recommendations for later on in my pregnancy once I got bigger. So she talked to me about the kinesio tape and how to use that to kind of just tighten everything, bring everything in. She put that on me, and actually when she did that, I could feel the difference, because your body, which most people should know, releases the relaxin hormone, and so all your muscles relax, everything relaxes, and I'm not used to that because I'm a very active, fit person, so it just kind of like tightened everything and it felt comfortable, more comfortable. And then she also let me try 2 different belly bands. One she called was the Sorolla band, which is for hip stability. And then the other one was the Mother to Be, which is for belly lifting. So I'm thinking I might actually purchase the Sorolla band here pretty soon. I think it's the MD Sorolla band. And then later on, probably more in my 3rd trimester or towards the end of the 2nd trimester when my belly is even bigger, I will get the Mother to Be for lifting. So just depending on how I feel. I did buy those, what are they called? Pregnancy shorts that are constricting, I guess. And I just got them today and tried them on, and I really do like them. So they're very comfortable, and they just kind of like tighten everything and pull everything in, and just, it's comfortable. So I know a lot of this will help with lower back pain and different pains that you're experiencing during pregnancy. I've heard that can help. So definitely something I'm going to be looking into. Trying to think of what else. So that's pretty much where I'm at as far as like fitness. I do try to go to the gym at least 3 times a week for weight training, and then I did sign up for this company called Pure Barre, and they actually have a lot of really great exercises that they do. So it's a class that you go to, and they do these bar exercises. So a lot of it is like core related, ab related, butt exercises, a little bit of light weightlifting in there. They only use maybe up to 3-pound dumbbells, so it's really not really too much heavy lifting, and it's very strenuous. So I feel like it's a really good workout. I really enjoy it. I did kind of take a break these past couple of weeks due to the holidays, and I wasn't feeling well physically, so I will be going back, hopefully starting back next week with all of my exercises. But that has been pretty much my fitness routine for the 2nd trimester, and I'm hoping I can continue into the 3rd. I know it gets a little more challenging the 3rd trimester when your belly's much bigger and you start to feel a little more exhausted, but I'm trying my best to stick with fitness and be healthy during this pregnancy. And another thing is diet. So just making sure I'm taking all of my supplements. So I do take a prenatal, which mine is the Nature Made Prenatal Multi, and it has pretty much everything that you need for pregnancy. But I do also add other supplements that my midwives recommended. So I have a probiotic. They did recommend a refrigerated one, which once I'm done with this, I will be ordering a refrigerated kind. They're just very expensive. I know you can get them from like health food stores or Amazon, but this is the Garden of Life one, which is 40 billion CFU. I had the 60 billion one, but when I ran out, I couldn't find the 40 at the store. So I'll be going to a refrigerated one once this is done. I do take vitamin D3. I take about 10,000 I use daily. Daily dose of fish oil, and then calcium, magnesium supplements as well. So I was already doing that before I saw my midwives, and it was nice to hear that I was kind of on top of things with the pregnancy. They were like really nice, and I absolutely love, which I'll talk more about, my first experience at my prenatal appointment with the birthing center. But other than that, the only other thing I'm doing is I'm taking Calm, and my midwife suggested that as well, which is great for constipation. So constipation is the worst during pregnancy, but when I take Calm, I take it at night, and I take the full dose, recommended dose. I know they usually tell you to start out small, but I was taking, which I thought Calm was magnesium, which it is. But I was taking magnesium supplements, and I wasn't noticing any change in constipation. So I don't know if it's. I know the dosage is actually more in Calm than it is in the supplement pill I was taking, so that could be why. I think it's almost double, and I didn't realize that I could take more than that. So I just switched to Calm, which is a powder, and you pour the powder into a cup, pour your liquid on top, and you stir it up. And I take it at night because as soon as I get up the next morning, I am like in the bathroom and I just feel really great afterwards. It's also, they say it could help with like sleep. I haven't really noticed my sleeping change at all from taking it, but there's a lot of different benefits, and I definitely recommend checking it out. Of course, if you need to talk to your own doctor before you take anything, don't just take things that I'm saying because they're working for me. It's always good to make sure everything's good for you to take with your doctor, but that is what I'm doing, and it works. It's perfect. So let's talk about the birthing center. I absolutely love this place, and I am so happy that I am blessed to be able to go there. So I had my first prenatal exam in early December, and it was amazing. The women at the center, all of the midwives are wonderful. So I have a assigned midwife, that's what I'll call it, but they make sure that you get to know all the midwives. So any appointment that I go to, I might not be with my assigned midwife who will be there at the birth, and there's probably going to be other midwives at the birthing too, but she's kind of like the lead in my pregnancy. But I do get to have appointments with all the other midwives. So there were 2 midwives in my appointment, and it was just a regular prenatal checkup, and we were having a blast. Like, we were laughing. When I go there, it's like so much joy. Everyone there is so joyful and happy, and it's just, I feel good. Like, I'm super excited about having my baby there because everyone there is just wonderful. They're all smiles. They make you feel welcomed. And yeah, so my appointment was great. We just laughed and laughed. I made the midwives laugh so much and just absolutely love it. So they have a great team there. And I had so that was early December, which was probably like, actually maybe it was earlier than that. Probably like 15 weeks, I think. 14 or 15 week appointment. And then I will have my next appointment next week, and it will be an ultrasound. So I'm super excited. My husband and I can't wait. We haven't seen the baby since, that scare that I had when I went to the ER, which was around 12 weeks, I think. So we're excited. I can't wait to see how much our baby has grown. We are not going to find out the sex. We're waiting. It's hard. I do think about that a lot. Like, maybe I do want to know. But I just want to be surprised. My husband and I are like, we don't get a lot of surprises in life, and this is like a really special one. And it's also even more special because my husband will be the first to kind of see the baby with the midwives, and he's going to get to announce what we're having and be like, it's a boy, it's a girl. So I feel like that's just a special moment, but just so excited. My husband and I also did sign up for birthing classes with this birthing center that we're going to. And we had our first class last night, and it was great. A lot of information that was actually taught by my assigned midwife. And then we have 2 more classes next week and then the following week, and that'll be it for the birthing classes. So yeah, it's a lot to cover, a lot to talk about. My husband and I are looking at possibly getting a doula. I have to talk to him a little more about it, but if we can fit it in our budget, it is recommended by our birthing center. And I was thinking, like, this is our first pregnancy, and it would be nice to have someone that I can just immediately go to, that can just coach us, which, you know, I feel it's helpful. And I want my husband to also have that, you know, someone that's going to be helping him during the things that I'm going through, especially when I go into labor, because he won't really, I don't know if he's going to fully understand all of the things that are happening. And right now he's always concerned about every little thing that happens to me, every little ache or pain that I have. He's just like, are you okay? Is this normal? Maybe you should talk to the midwives. And I'm like, I'm fine, babe. Baby's fine. Everything's fine. Like, and he's generally that type of person who's like, everything's good. Don't worry about it. But when it comes to me, he's just like on top of it. Like, he wants his wife to be safe and well, and I totally understand and I appreciate that. But I think having a doula would be helpful for us, so we just have to kind of figure it out and see what's going on. But other than that, pregnancy has been fantastic. Hopefully I can come back again with another update. I probably won't be doing weekly videos. It might be just once a month. We do have our baby shower that we're planning, so that will be in April, and we're so excited to bring all of our families together and just celebrate this new life and new addition to our family. So that's it, really. I will now kind of just show my belly and let you guys see what my bump looks like. But I hope you guys are well and blessed, and praying for all of you moms out there that are pregnant and hoping to have children one day. But other than that, bye, thank you. Okay, so let's do a quick belly shot. Again, this is 20 weeks and 4 days. Yeah, so this is kind of where I'm at right now. I probably should have put on something that's solid colored, but I think you can see. This is pretty much the belly now. It is there, and even kind of from the front, you can just see it. And I'll insert a clip of what it looked like about 4 weeks ago when I recorded the video that didn't work out too well. So I did a belly bump there. And then I have a picture that I took that I use for documenting my belly changes. And I did one at 15 and 20 weeks, so I'll also put that in too. But this is what we have, and I'm loving it. Like, I don't know, it's just great. Like, I think this is what every mom just enjoys, is just looking pregnant. It's a great feeling. And my husband loves it. He's always coming home and like rubbing on my belly, talking to the baby. But so, oh, there was one other thing I forgot to mention. So I have been feeling the baby. So I did feel the baby around December 17th, and what they call flutters. I felt that. And to me, it feels kind of like a quick pulsating, like a quick pulsating feeling. And I wasn't sure, because I was like, that's new. I've never felt that before. And I'm like, I wonder if that's the flutters that everyone talks about. So then Christmas Eve, I told my husband about it, and he was like, oh, that's awesome. And Christmas Eve, I was lying in bed with my husband, and I'm talking to the baby, and I'm just like, come on, little one, you know, move for mama so I can feel you. It'd be great little Christmas present. And I just kind of rubbed my belly. And then my husband, he put his hand on my pelvis, and he was kind of like rubbing it a little bit, and he told me to be still, and he was still for a little bit. And then we could both feel it, like the pulsating happened, and my husband's like, oh, I felt that. So that's exciting. I cannot wait to actually, as I get further along in the pregnancy, when the baby is actually able to kick, or not able to kick, the baby can kick now, but when I'm able to feel the baby's kicks. So I forgot to add that, but that was another fun thing that's been happening in the pregnancy. I don't I mean, I've had it another time since then, a couple nights ago, and it's not very frequent, of course, because babies sleep when mama's up and moving, and they're awake when mama's asleep. But I know that once I get further along, it's gonna be great. I'm excited. But anyway, this is my belly bump, and thank you for watching, guys. Bye.